All right, everybody, welcome back. We're finally back underway here in the grand finals of the Spirit Esports Rocket League tournament. My name is Dan Banner, going to be your host here for this grand final, and wasting no time, St. Clair getting back on the scoreboard, leading the charge before the 30-second mark, going up 1-0. So in the process, down on the other side of the bracket, it was BRL versus Full Sail University. BRL were able to take that in convincing fashion. So now we meet them once again here for this grand finals. So, of course, same squad as last time for BRL. Loaded, Plaster, and Tactics. Calster, rather, and Tactics. And, of course, same squad here for your St. Clair College team. We've got Kamal, we've got Fusion. And of course, we've got Kariz, who's looking to try and take that shot, but it's going to be stopped by Loaded. Calster puts it into the corner of the same zone. Loaded getting just barely moved around here by Fusion as we try to move up the field. Tactics going to be right here to try and interfere. Mal pushes it forward. Possible centering attempts. Loaded didn't get all of that one. Kariz might be coming from downtown, try and shoot that. It's actually going to be Fusion who takes the shot and puts it into the corner. Kariz centers it. Loaded puts it into his own net. That's a yikes right there for BRL. Tries to make the save, but unfortunately hits the wrong part of the car. So 2-0 to St. Clair to start this off. Ball goes to Kariz right off the face-off, gets it into the Bulldog zone. Fusion up high, tries to knock it down, but he's going to be met by Loaded. But Kamal is taking the shot right away. Calster with the save. Kariz tries to get the shot from Calster, but it's going to be missed. It's going to be forced by Calster, trying to move it forward. Gets into the St. Clair zone. It is met by Kamal. Up again, going to clear it this time all the way to Kariz, who centers the shots. It's going to be stopped by Calster this time. Fusion, however, takes the shot, blocked. Kariz, possible opportunity, but it is going to be dribbled away by Tactics. Eventually turns it over to Loaded. And Calster's going to pick that up, take the shot, blocked by Fusion. Tactics to Loaded, but Loaded is gunning it towards the boost. It did not quite have the time to pick that one up. Kariz in the Bulldog zone. Fusion up top to Kamal off the crossbar. Kariz is going to get denied by Loaded. Going to get a piece of it, however. Tactics going to make sure that thing gets cleared. Loaded tries to get one more additional tap on it. Not going to find it, however. Fusion off the backboard, denied by Calster. Kariz looking for that center, but does get blocked by Loaded as he does clear it out of the Bulldog zone, only for Fusion to put it right back in. Kamal dumps it into the Bulldog zone for Kariz. Kariz above the crossbar. Fusion goes for the shot, going to be stopped by Loaded, however. Calster back into his own corner. Kariz going to try and center this. Is not going to be able to do so. Fusion's going to have to try and take it from center. Tactics pressuring them alongside Calster. Moves forward. It's going to move over towards Kariz. Able to dodge Tactics. Drops the ball down to Kamal. Kamal along the left-hand side. Bounces it off the backboard. Anybody home? In fact, there is Fusion picking up the perfect center from Kamal right off the wall. Passes it over and is just in time to poop it with that left front tire. Takes care of that one. Off the face-off, sticks to Kamal. Loaded tries to deny it. It's going to be Calster forced to fly backwards and use his own crossbar to make sure that ball gets out of dodge. Ray's trying to keep it away from Calster, but Calster still has control of it as of this moment. Loaded tries to get past, but it's going to be intercepted. Kamal going to boop it over, but it goes to Calster. Fusion going to intercept it, passes it over to Kamal, loaded with the interception, but then Fusion gets a piece of it as well. So we are a bit back and forth in the Bulldog zone with 30 seconds left on the clock in this very first game of the best of 5. Fusion dribbles it in a nice little boop to put it right under the crossbar, basically securing this one unless some sort of madness happens within these next 20 seconds. Pops the jump right at the right time, gets it over him. Ten seconds left on the clock. Just a matter of stalling this one out. As St. Clair securing game number 1. Picking up a bit where they left off in their last match. Because for those who didn't get the opportunity to join us earlier, during the pools phase, St. Clair was able to defeat everybody in this tournament. However, Bulldog Rocket League, our opponents here today, they were the ones who were able to bring us to a Game 5. They started off with a 2-0 lead. They were doing absolutely fantastic. And then it just seemed like they blew a tire or something, because it was absolutely brutal seeing that reverse sweep in action. St. Clair would get the first goal, and then they would just run away with it from there. They're picking right back up where they left off as they take the first one. But we're not going to have to wait very long before we go into game number 2. All right, here we go. So Tactics going to get the face-off win to start things off, but it does go over to Fusion. Cows are going to try and interfere. Loaded's going to be the one to actually rob them of that centering attempt. Kamal centers it from up high, but I don't think anybody from the Saints really have the boost to try and contest. It is going to be Bulldog with the clear. Tactics trying to keep it in the St. Clair zone. It's going to force Loaded to try and come out, but it was a bit of a ill-fated maneuver as Fusion is just going to take it and run. Loaded being the main defense here, kind of put himself in a rock and a hard place, considering if he didn't go for that, Fusion probably had all the time in the world. If he did go that, he was beat. So, a rough spot there for Loaded and the BRL squad as St. Clair go up 1-0 early in this second game. Chris with the shot, but Loaded back in goaltending duty. Calster to Tactics. Tactics trying to keep it away from Chris, but Chris has the boost and is able to play in the air. Kamal's actually right there as well. Fusion off to the other side if necessary. Try and hang on to it. Does not quite make it. It's up to Calster and Chris, and Calster going to win that 1v1. Nice play getting around Fusion. Just a matter of Chris getting the shot. Did not find it. Calster going to bring this to a tie game. And it's kind of what we saw in the first couple games in their last set that they played. It was back and forth. However, anytime St. Clair got the first goal, they won the game. Anytime BRL got the first goal, they won the game. So a bit of a trend that for BRL needs to snap right here, right now, if they want to take this game. And St. Clair hopes that it stays that way, of course. Fusion to the skies. Actually ended up passing it right to Loaded, but Kamal going to be in net, ready for the save. Tries to punt it away, and he's going to be successful in doing so. Calster getting stuck out of position after missing the ball. Going to make his way all the way to the net just in time. Shot coming in. But actually, it's going to be Tactics with the save. Is centered, but intercepted by Calster. Kamal into the corner. Does have Kariz with him. Fusion coming in hot as well off the corner. Nobody on defense right now, though, for St. Clair. Going to opt to just dump it into the corner so Kamal can get back. Fusion running interference, and there we go. Kamal is able to bring it to the right side, but it is going to be stopped by Tactics, and Loaded takes out Fusion for this moment. Just in time for him to get back into the game as the ball gets cleared all the way in, and a little bit of revenge from Fusion. That's what I like to see. Aggressive play coming out here from St. Clair. Calster shot towards the net, denied by Fusion. He's keeping it stuck in there. Kariz going to bounce it off the wall. Fusion does not get the contact he needs, but it's going to go to Kariz, who's going to lift it over. Calster going to stop anything silly happening there, though. Nice shot from Kamal off the post. Is there a rebound? Damn right there is. Fusion picking that one up. His second goal of the game to give St. Clair the lead back. Picked his moments. Tactics was ready for the instant rebound, but a nice little delay there. Or St. Clair are going to give them a brief lead. Tactics got extremely aggressive off that face-off, though, and they went completely diving in for it. And this ball's in an extremely dangerous spot for St. Clair. Tactics up high, going to dump it into the corner. Still hovering right around the St. Clair net. Kamal going to put it back into his corner, but it is met by Loaded and Calster. Finally, Kariz able to get some sort of clear to happen, but it's going to be stopped by Loaded and Tactics. Tactics brings it in along the right-hand side. It is going to be interfered with, however. Kariz passes it over towards Kamal. They both make the jump for it. All St. Clair's members are currently in the opposing team's zone. As the ball goes back towards their net, Fusion's just going to run with it all the way across his crease. Definitely a terrifying maneuver, but thankfully nobody from the side of BRL able to capitalize on that error. Kamal able to break it away for this very moment. Fusion's going to be forced to go back into his corner. Loaded with the opportunity to get a brief breakaway. However, it is going to be denied at the last possible second as Kariz is going to start taking this one out. Again, it's taken away by Calster. This second game here, a much better back and forth between these two teams. Looks like BRL's got like some of their mojo back. Let's see if they can hang on to this. Fusion with a good clear. Going to force Tactics to bounce it off the wall, but it's going right to Kariz, which hits the crossbar. He almost gets his own rebound. Fusion's going to try and make something happen. He gets a clear. Can somebody tap this? It is right on the line. Loaded with one more flip to make the save. 30 seconds on the clock here. Fusion up above, bouncing it off the roof. Kariz jumping in, and he's going to secure that one. Blasts off above the crease, and he's going to be able to secure that. Sends it up to Fusion. Fusion just lobs it up, and he spikes it down, securing the third goal and possibly the breadwinner here in this second game. Face-off St. Clair's favor, and there's absolutely no contest. It looks like they gave up on this one. 4-1 St. Clair after Kamal is completely left uncontested. What looks like it was a close round is now starting to run away for St. Clair as there's 15 seconds left in game number 2. BRL may find themselves one more if they're lucky, or St. Clair might find themselves another one and pad some stats. We'll see as the ball goes into center once again. Fusion with it, but with 1 second left on the clock, it's just a matter of time before this thing hits the ground or, you know, hits the net. 5-1. For St. Clair to finish off game number 2. Can you believe that this was a 1-1 game a couple minutes ago? Never would have guessed. All right, so this now puts St. Clair in match point for the entire tournament. Some big games there for pretty much everybody, but of course Kamal and Fusion on the board with 2 goals. Each of them getting their share of assists and saves as well. And Calster getting the only goal here for this side of Bulldog Rocket League. Okay, Bulldogs, it's now or never. Game number 3, match point. To see if they can bring this back. They were doing so well early in game number 2. We'll just have to see as Loaded looks to try and bring it into the St. Clair zone, but Kuriz is going to shut that down in its tracks for the moment. Kamal with it in his own zone. Brings it around Tactics, going airborne, passes it off, but it's not going to make it to the net as Loaded shuts that down. Fusion looks for the tip, but it's going to be denied by Loaded once again. Shot by Loaded, actually, but Kamal has enough boost to get back into position in time to stop a shot from happening. Fusion sky high, but Calster right there to shut him down. Grace is going to put it back into the Bulldog zone. Fusion going to be taken out by Calster. Tactics with the center, but that's a pretty high center. Nobody's going to be able to really answer that right now. Grace is going to try and take it away. He does get around Loaded. The centering attempt. There is a flying Saint, and that's not going to make contact with the ball, unfortunately, for him. Kamal centers right to his fellow player, but just barely off course. Fusion puts it back into the corner. Sends it towards the Bulldog net, but Loaded is right there with the save. Kamal puts a center again, but Calster right there this time. Gray's going to try and stop this push from the Bulldogs. However, Loaded with the shot, stopped by Kamal. Saints go airborne. Kuriz takes the shot. Kamal not able to get the rebound as Calster pushes that one aside. Centered again from Saints, but it's going to be denied. Fusion puts it into the right corner. Gets an additional touch off it, but Calster is going to be able to profit for the time being. Hang on, that one was right on target. A good save by Tactics. Stop that shot from going in. Big shot here from Fusion, barely going to go wide. Gray's in position to keep this ball in the Bulldog zone. Hanging on for a second, gets his boost. He's going to center this. A nice shot off the roof, actually. It's really messing up a couple of the members of Bulldogs. Rebound here for Kuriz. Gets another shot off the crossbar, off the post, off the crossbar again. Massive attempt here for St. Clair to take the lead in this third game. However, halfway through, and we're still at a 0-0 game. Kamal, airborne. Nice shot, but Loaded again. His goaltending has just absolutely been phenomenal here in this third game. Tactics to Calster. Grizz looking to clear it out of his own zone. Fusion finally going to put it into the corner of the Bulldog zone. Kamal centers it off the boards, but it's going to be denied by Loaded once again. Calster puts it into his own corner, away from any danger. Fusion going to be up there to try and meet him. Calster tries to make an aerial play, but it's not going to make any contact, and Kamal's going to shoot this forward. Kuriz is in position for the shot, but another huge save, this time by Calster. Off the backboard, Kamal is there. He's still got a little bit of boost left in him, but it's going to be denied by Calster once again. That shot is wide open, but it's going to go wide. A very close opportunity here for the Bulldogs to sneak away with a goal and possibly take this third game, because it's been absolutely back and forth. No goals still with about 1:15 left on the clock. Loaded with the shot, but Fusion is in net, ready to go. Tactics going up high just to make sure it stays up high on the backboard. Hits the backboard again after hitting Calster. Loaded with the save. Kuriz rebound. Fusion going up to try and take the shot. Loaded's in a bit of an odd spot. He may not be able to jump if he needs to, but Calster is there. Ball tries to interfere a little bit, but it's not going to work. Kuriz and Fusion both going up high off the backboard. Can they find the shot? A huge save from Calster as Kuriz was coming in hot. That was a really hard shot too, right on target. 40 seconds left. Calster puts it into the St. Clair zone now. Kuriz is there controlling it for the moment. Tries to flick it over, but Calster not going to fall for it. That being said, he did kind of lob it up for him, but Loaded is right there. Fusion pops it over Loaded, but Calster is right there to pick it back up and flicks it into the St. Clair zone. Tactics up high. It's going to be intercepted by Fusion. That's going right down the center, but Loaded once again is there to stop any shot from going through. Kamal, huge shot. Another huge save by Loaded, though. as the clock winds down. Next time this thing hits the ground, that is going to cause overtime. That technically doesn't count as the ground, however. St. Clair might be able to pull something off if they can manage to sneak in. One final goal. This is the setup they want, and they manage to get it before it even goes into overtime. That's one way to win the tournament in overtime fashion. Huge play by St. Clair to keep that thing up. Beautiful play for St. Clair. I'll give BRL credit. That was a much better game compared to what we saw in the last couple. But what a way to finish it with your Tim Hortons Player of the Month securing the game-winning goal of the tournament. Well, I'll tell you what, everyone. That was an exciting match. St. Clair going to secure themselves the 3-0 in this grand finals. That being said, though, that last game was absolutely fantastic. Back and forth, over and over again. Loaded was playing out of his mind. Just constant saves. Calster as well, doing a fantastic job. And the passing was good. The saves were good. Kamal and Kariz had so many shots. That shot that we just saw there from Fusion to win it was the only shot he took in this entire game. Kamal and Kariz had 6 each. Fusion just had the 1. And it was the winner. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. Normally, if you've learned anything about TV, is one thing you do not work with is animals, but I'm getting ganked by my cat IRL. I might just have to show this off. Friggin' co-caster right here apparently is really into the action as well. An absolutely fantastic job from St. Clair this entire day. It was awesome being able to cast this for everybody. And now I get to actually edit this as St. Clair finish first today. GG's to everybody we played. Was a very fun and exciting afternoon. And if you enjoyed the Rocket League competition, be sure to join us on Monday as UCEA Rocket League gets started. And before we close off, of course, round up with my thank yous, which of course, number one, thank you sponsors for allowing this to even happen to begin with. St. Clair College, St. Clair College Alumni Association, Student Representative Council, the Zeckelman School of Business and IT, Tim Hortons, EC Outlet. Thank you all so much for allowing us to have this and supporting us in our esports journeys. Of course, thank you all for tuning in, supporting the squad. We wouldn't be here either without your support as well. And it's always a pleasure getting the chance to stream for you all. If you wish to follow me and my esports antics at St. Clair College, of course, that's Banner Broadcast on Twitter. And I will see you on Monday for some more Rocket League to kick off another crazy week of college esports action. Thank you, everybody. Follow the stream if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.